Hello everybody, welcome back, Space Engineers. I believe we are ready. Where's my mouse? Where's the game? There's the game. Let's turn off the lag lights. I gain about 5 frames per second when I turn those off. Yeah. Alright, so today we're going to work on a couple things. I have cut away the parts that I think we want to rotate, and I basically just left the glass behind. I also took a new blueprint of this before I did that, so if we want to restore it, we can simply load the blueprint and weld it back up and reattach the part we have. I also worked on this, which you probably saw in the intro, so I'm not sure about it, but it gives an idea of what the ship could look like on the inside and all the way up to the roof. I'm not sure about the window. It might be a little bit too steep of a slope. Let's take a look at it. So right now it's kind of lined up with the repair bay, which also kind of poses a problem. What's the repair bay? Looks like it's 7 wide, the door. So we've basically structured the hull of the ship off of the door of the repair bay, which is okay. It might just mean we have to base other things off of having doors maybe the same height. So if we have other bays on other parts of the ship, we should probably make them 7 wide as well, and that'll probably work out, or maybe like increments of 7, because this here is supposed to be a support and this here is now supposed to be a support. I can't really see from this angle. Let me get closer and turn on the lag lights, and everything's dark gray, which of course doesn't help, and we'll probably change that. Actually, why don't we try to change it? Let's grab some white and let's go to town. Let's just make it all white, I think. Let's take shift. And... oh. I hit the wrong button. I'm an idiot. Let's go get white again. That's the pick color key. You want the paint. That's the middle button. There you go. Alright, so we'll do it white, just so we can see what is going on. And we'll probably make a lot of it dark gray anyway. At least the beams here that I'm currently coloring, we should probably leave. So let's actually try leaving them. Let's use control to do a 3x3. And let's just go all the way back down. And I can't hit all my movement keys at the moment, so I'm just grinding across the surface to get to where I want to go. It works. Okay, let's try the other. That might actually look good with it being part of the beveled bit. This looks like it needs a block behind it to get rid of that little thing. So we'll take care of that. Okay, and how about you? And yoink. Oops. Let's go up the middle, I guess. Oh, I think I have to do 2 passes anyway to get the 4 width. And there. Okay, so what if we did that? We could also introduce some of the grays and the greens in. We could bring the green back up how it was. And looks like that used to be gray. Painting is always a kind of a chore in this game. I do wish there was a different way of doing it. There's often times where you can't paint the block you wanted to. Like, I don't think I can paint that middle block I'm looking at, as you can see. I can paint all the way around it, but I can't paint that one. So it would be nice if we had like a welder tool that you could just go up to something and paint it, and it would activate the block that you can actually interface with. That would be great. Great! Alright, let's try that. That might actually look okay with the white like that. And then we'll bring the white further up. So with these windows, I'm not sure. I originally put armor up there, which may have been included in the video. Not sure. I don't always include everything I record during building. Depends how long it all is. But that might look better. It helps separate that and helps the beams kind of be more pronounced if they are indeed going to be beams. So with that, we'd continue this probably going this way. So maybe we'd have another section over here. We probably wouldn't have another bay door there, but we could just have a flat wall where the door would be. So we could come out one more time maybe, and that would conclude the shape of the ship. Or we'd change it, and maybe now we start to come and taper down a bit as well. Because it looks like we set the outer edge of the hull to be somewhere around here. So if we work with that, we should start trying to curve down. Now if we look at this from the top of the ship, my idea was that we transition to heavy armor as soon as I find them. So the hull of the ship would now be here, and we could maybe just have that go down a little bit at the glass. So that way, really, this glass dome is more like being just one set of 2x1 windows as I'm indenting the other ones. I don't know if that works, but alternatively, because I kind of feel the windows are a bit too tall. They look okay from below, though, I think. Like from down here, they look good. So as long as they look okay from above as well, and that's where I thought maybe this would help. And it's hard to tell right now because we only have a little chunk of it. But when we have the whole hull of the ship, we'd probably end up with 4 of those on each side. Originally, I had planned on having strips of windows going a little kind of lengthways, I guess. But this might work better instead, or as an alternative. I could rotate these. So instead of having this guy like that, can I hold you? No. No, I can't. But you gave me enough stuff to hopefully demonstrate. It's you. So we could put it like that. Right off of this window. And then we go up like that. And instead of having a 3x3, we could have just a 1x1. Or we could have a 1x2, or we could put a strip down. So that might be alternative, and that would probably still look just as good from down below as it would above. The difference being we wouldn't have the 3x3s, which might be actually good, because down here you just see one wide strips, so then you get up here and it's all of a sudden a big one, where I guess the little 1x1s, or we could even put the 1x2s, could even put these guys instead, like that. So I don't know. You let me know, but I might want to try that anyway, so we might take that apart and put it back on, see if we like that better or not. Otherwise, we're going to replicate that. This is the middle seam, so what you see on the right would be replicated on the left. So I haven't done that yet, because we'll probably use the projector if we can to do that. Actually, we should be able to, because this thing is symmetrical both this way, so left to right, and also this way, left to right. So if we project this over here and rotate it, we can line it up so that we can just weld it. So maybe we can do that. I want to avoid welding anything in this area for now, though, because we are going to build a larger crane. For those not keeping up with the series maybe from the beginning, we do want to build a bigger crane on the middle part of the station, so somewhere up here, that will be able to reach out and rotate around and weld the rest of the station, the other 3/4 of it. With each rotation, it'll get basically one more block further out, and eventually we'll be able to replicate the whole station using that crane, hopefully. At least that's the plan. But that's going to take a lot of work to get the infrastructure in place, as well as all the parts in place. We do have to go get... Let's grab Torwing here. Where's Torwing? We do have to go pick up that mining hauler that's down there, so we can start grinding it down, because we are running low on... We're not low on parts, but we're going to get to the point where we're going to become low on parts, so we should probably do something about that sooner rather than later. Alright, let's figure out a good point to mount Tugger 2. So Tugger's going to come out here and basically flip this thing around for us. Why don't we try here? So I'm going to try something. I'm going to do a setup like this to line up Tugger 2, because I think that will work based on how I've placed everything else. The merge blocks and the landing gear. We were talking about trying to find a good angle for the cameras and stuff. But I think that one camera I added in, coupled with these other points of connection, will make lining up Tugger 2 maybe easier. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't need to weld any of that, though. That bottom one there is just so the landing gear can press up against it. Alright, good. Good, but yeah, I want to go get that mining hauler, I think that's what it's called, and basically bring that over, bring our little shredder ship up, which is still down at the asteroid. It still needs work, but it might be usable in its current state still to chew that one more ship down before I kind of rebuild it, because I don't really feel like rebuilding it right now. But we will. Someone mentioned if we did add the gravity gen in here, it would be good, and it would make landing on here easier to go in, and we could do something like I did... Get out of the door, please. That's what's annoying. We could do something like I did with skipper. And I used one of these, like half walls or full walls. I don't remember which I did. But we could do something like that, and then you land on that to get in. And that was suggested as well. So I like that. If I can find a decent place for a gravity generator in here, I probably will. I might be able to get rid of the second gyro. It has another gyro, I believe, just so it will help us maneuver. Okay, let me get Tugger over to where we need to be. Someone mentioned... Let's see here. Let's get this thing back set up how it should be. If we want to run it. Where's my grouping? Okay, so that... So we're running off batteries, and that's why it says ship fuel low. Fuel time negligible. If we hit Y... Oh, wait, C? So if I just power everything off, that is a good charging state. I think that's what they were trying to say. You could let me know. So instead of trying to switch the batteries and all that kind of stuff, I can just shut the ship off when it's recharging. So let's check the batteries. Are they indeed charging right now? Current input. They do have an input. And they are charging. So that's interesting. Set to recharge. So this, I would think, it says, sets to recharge when stored power is 0. Sets to discharge when stored power is max. So it should not discharge until it gets full, right? But it seems to be leeching off them right now. Current input, current output. No, it's charging. Even though the batteries are... Where are you on? You're on semi-auto. Okay, so for now we'll just keep it on semi-auto. It means we won't be using these batteries until they're full, which is okay. And then as long as I have the reactors on, we should be able to maneuver around. Otherwise, I don't know if we could. Stored. Running off solar. Like, am I flying off solar right now? I must be. Anyway. Let's get into position. Oh, let's turn the reactors on. More power. Let's make sure our large thrusters are on. And let's not ram into anything. Oh, you jerks. Alright, fine. That's what I think of you. I don't care. I don't want to figure it out right now. So as long as we use our big thrusters, we should be able to move around quite quickly with... Oh god. Wait, no. It's so hard to maneuver when you're off to the side like that. I can't tell which way I gotta course correct. But yeah, my point is we should be able to maneuver quite quickly as long as we use our... We just keep rotating around to position. Oh wow, look how far off I went. See how good we can maneuver? Flawlessly. Alright, so let's get into position. Whoops. It doesn't have enough thrust to like stop that motion very quickly though, because it only has like 2 forward-facing thrusters, so we really got to be careful with when we move forward. Let's actually turn off that thruster. Alright, let's play... Oops. Keep hitting the wrong keys. Okay, so that's the sideways one. Let's use this one to start. And let's see how well we can line ourselves up. And then we're going to flip it. Flip it! I think it's ready. I didn't really check. We should probably check. So I can tell the landing pad is touching. And then if I switch to that one, looks pretty good. Beautiful. Let's go back to... Oh, I hit the 6 key. That turned them on. That's okay. Oh, it looks like I have to rotate. There we go. Not flawless, but maybe better than it was. Alright, so this should be a station. I'm going to break this. And then... I'm going to break this. And we should be free. This should still be a station. Unless it's connected somewhere. Like right here. I don't think that's connected. It shouldn't be. This is on the next block up. So it's equivalent to that. If I put a block there, it would connect. Okay. So if I convert to a ship... I think I've got it all right. I might have missed something. Oh, this isn't attached to anything. Let's attach that to that. So when we convert to a ship, that switches over to and comes with. This should be broken. So this whole chunk to our right is going to be a ship. This is going to remain a station. Same thing here. Just the window remains. Everything else can flip. The floor can flip. And there we got the same deal. We got a cut. We got a cut. Yeah, the only tricky part might be around these. I might have missed something. But the whole door should flip. Someone gave a good idea on what we could do with the gravity and that. So we'll see about that. And I guess I could say what it was. The idea, if I got it correctly, was we would flip upside down when we're entering the control room. So our entrance in would actually remain the same. And when you go into the airlock, during the airlock process, it would flip you upside down. And then you'd walk out. I think that's pretty cool. And if we can get that to work, we can. I might want to do something different, though. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of walking upside down even outside of the control room for the platform to get in. So we'll see what looks best. All right. So this should be good. And then we'll worry about locking it back in when we get it in place. So I should be able to fly up. And it will come with me. And it is. That's good. Let's just turn off dampeners. Anything we're going to crash. Am I catching on something? I don't seem to be moving up anymore. I seem to be kind of rotating. I'm not sure if that's from the rotor stuff or if they are catching. Oh yeah, I'm catching right there on the window. So we have to move to the right and back. And then that won't catch anymore. Good. Let's turn the dampeners on. And luckily there's nothing really in our way this way, so we can do that, I think, without issue. We are quite crooked now. Let's see if I can correct that a bit. Okay, from here we should be able to just fly up. Take it away, control room. Now the tricky part about rotating... Ooh, what's that above? What are those? Are those parts? Ooh, there's some uranium. I wonder if that's from when Tortwing exploded. I remember seeing some uranium fly away. I know every time you load the game... Oh, that one's moving. When you save and load the game, all floating objects stop moving. Like all their physics are reset. So if you had something like drifting off into space and you saved the world and exited, it won't be there anymore. Or it won't be moving when you load the world again, as far as I know. So I think in terms of rotating this upside down, we should... Let's just go up really high so we're out of the way. We should move Tugger 2 over to the direction we're looking at. So we'll flip upside down and then rotate and then kind of spin. That way our two completed areas remain in the two completed areas instead of just like turning kind of this way 90 degrees. Right? We're going to flip up this way and then rotate, I think, if that makes sense. All right, so let's spin and hope we don't hit anything. This is where the extra gyro is probably helping out. I don't even know if it's on. Did I make that? I might have made one of them off by default. No, they're both on at 100%. What do I know? All right. So with this, we'll change the dome, like where the corner piece was, where the catwalks were meeting up, and the little rotor base thing. Well, that won't be an issue anymore. So we might be able to do more of a windowed corner and have it more glass, I guess. I would maybe like to try playing around. So we're using that glass mod. Someone mentioned if I could try to do something like I've done to this menu and just make the current texture a bit more transparent. So that might be an idea. So I'll see what that entails and I'll give that a go. Because they were saying they like the blue, I think, and the white, the way the blue tint kind of looked. And we lost that blue tint with the mod. So that might be a way to get it back. Okay, we are almost upside down. It looks, ooh, that looks pretty cool already. Except we're going to be lower. So now I'm going to rotate. Let's use the mouse, or the keyboard, I mean. I want to rotate. No, the other way. I think. Right? This way? Oh, I hope I'm spinning in the right way. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Is it? I'm terrible. I think so. Yeah, that's right. It's at a funny angle. Can't see anything. All right. Now I need to try to position it back. Oh, I almost want to unmerge and merge back. That's probably not a good idea, though, because this thing will drift away. But it would make controlling this a bit easier. And I wouldn't have to be upside down. But I guess it doesn't matter. Direction's relative. It's just me thinking about being upside down that's making it tough. So let's just not think about it. Okay, so I'm going to bring back the airlock that's ahead of us and line that up with Let's turn off the dampeners again. Line that up with that missing slot ahead of us between the two glass panes. And then we'll bring it back down. Okay, I think that's decent. Let's get out and take a look. Might have to adjust it still a bit, but I tried to line it up with where roughly it was before. Opposite of the doorway, I guess. So I think this used to be the walkway to get in. Now it's become the roof. So the walkway would be up here. So the only thing I have, the only reason I don't maybe want to do the gravity switch in the airlock is because I think it might be cooler if we could walk out here and look up as well. So it might be nice to have the gravity switched here. And then I was thinking we could, I don't know where, I almost wanted to bring it all the way out to here. So you'd have a walkway, probably out of catwalks, that would come out to the center here. And then it would go, oh, we're out of steel plates. And then that would go straight through and maybe even cut through the wall. And there'd be a door here, and that would lead into the back area of the ship, and maybe there'd be another gravity switch or something to get down below. Not too sure. Something, maybe. So I don't know. Yeah, still thinking about that, and yeah, always open to your guys' thoughts on that as well. All right, so let's see how we're doing. So yeah, it looks like we just got to come down a little bit more. I'll try doing something here to help me line things up. I'll use that post to try to do it, I think. Let's move it actually one up so that it won't hit. Oh, I wonder actually. That's 2 blocks. Let's go 3. Don't need any more steel plates. And let's grab a landing gear maybe. And some parts, which we'll have to go down here to get. I'm going to leave this, I think I mentioned, I'm just going to leave this like this for now until I get around to repairing it and swapping over the timer blocks. Yes, please. It looks like I have a bunch of Windows stuff on me. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, oops, is with this landing gear, I put like that, and we just line it up so it touches. It's just basically a bumper for us. And then if we did another bumper maybe over on this side, that would give us 2 points of contact. That might work out well. If I can set up the same type of deal over here. How far forward is this supposed to come? Like, are we really far out? Like, we're rotated this way. So I gotta figure out how to correct that. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm trying to make sure I don't put any blocks here that might be in the way, which these ones look like they could be. So let me set this up, and then we'll adjust. Okay, try to line this up now. Doing some rotations, although I really can't see anything. So I don't know how good of a rotate. Oh, that's a better angle. Okay, let's use keyboard. Nope, wrong way. And I also have to move. Am I looking at the bottom of the ship right now or the top? Okay, that lines. I think we might be hitting stuff. Yep, I think. Oops. What did I hit? Okay, how do you look? Okay, we're hitting the bottom of that, or the side of that, I mean. So we have to bring that down. Okay, and then I can continue rotating that way. Let's see if we can get a view on that. I imagine this all in first person. This would be quite the ordeal. Okay, we gotta fly forward. To set up like a whole bunch of spot cams everywhere. That might be fun, actually, but probably not for video. For a little bit of role-playing or what have you. Single-player fun. Okay, that looks okay from there. Let's see what's going on everywhere else. If we're like smashing and destroying. You look okay. So if I just fly up, maybe that'll level itself off a bit. 2 points of contact that look okay. It doesn't mean it is. We could still have this corner closest to the camera or closest to you guys being down or up. But I think that's probably good enough if that's the location we want it from. We can line it up the rest of the way with merge blocks and connectors, I think. So here we would be, maybe would lower it down one more block so that the catwalk is the same height as the window. So this would line up down here. So that's about a block. Looks like not even. So where are we? This mustn't be lined up right. Where's one of our posts? Now this is one of the posts. That shouldn't be too far off, I would think. But maybe it is. Okay. So what do we think of this? If this is the way we would keep it. I won't merge it back in this episode. We'll leave it for now and let you guys kind of give your thoughts. I know some people preferred we'd probably keep it the way we had it, but here we'll be able to add in a whole bunch more glass. So this whole part of the dome was pretty much armor blocks, and I couldn't really find a way to get it too much more glass in there, but now we will be able to. We can have it almost all glass. So we'll keep going with that. Looks like we destroyed some with my amazing flying. That's okay. Stuff we didn't put back, we should be able to, or stuff I did break or I cut away, I should be able to now put back with the projector. Oh, I wonder where's the remote block? Yeah, we're not, this part isn't actually connected to the station at the moment, so like the A core and stuff isn't connected. I think that's why I'm used to seeing more projector blocks. There's one in there that I usually see, so that was confusing me for a second there. But yeah, I should be able to turn that on, and it should put things back. I don't know if it's lined up right now. It doesn't look like it is. But it will allow me... Will it? Oh no, it is lined up. I was just confused. Yeah, right here. Nope. It's like, I'm like a bird in the window. Oh, right here. Ta-da! Except this is pretty broken. Because it should not be here, actually. Or it's one off. Oh yeah, those armor blocks that were up above that there is not actually space for. So I'll have to get rid of these so that it can fit in there better. Otherwise it would probably explode on merge, maybe, or cause damage, I'm not sure. But I can get rid of that. So yeah, I can put the windows back that I missed, or that I had to remove. You can see everything kind of shimmering, which is a bit confusing. But there's this strip that we can put back. We obviously wouldn't put back the stuff that we just removed and rotated around, though. So I'll be careful not to weld that up. But it might be easier just to do it by hand, to be honest, now that I'm looking at this. So it's just a little bit of window to put back in, really. Not much. So it might be easier to do that by hand and just fit it all together. What am I looking at? Oh, that's the bottom of the hangar. Airtight hangar thingy, a jig. So there you have it. We come out here. We could look up at the station. So there'd be more windows, which you currently can't see. So you'll have to fill in the gaps in your mind to see it how it would be and not how it currently is. Alright, well that'll be it for today. Did a bit of the control room flip. So I think I'm going to like that the way it is, to be honest. It will also allow you to look up now that I'm seeing this. When we look up now, we'll actually be able to see all the stuff in the control room. Instead, before we'd see mostly just the ceiling or the bottom of the floor. So this might be a cool effect for both being inside the control room and being outside. And then you let me know what you think of this, if we should continue with that. I might start laying some stuff down here too. Although I think I probably want to bevel it in a little bit. So maybe it'll come that way and then it'll go straight back and then diagonal. So it doesn't look like this is one continuous face. Just give it a bit more depth to it. But that could go all the way up. Maybe we'll have a beam or something in the middle coming up and angling towards the top. So something like that. And then I think we are going to go ahead and try to connect this up to that and create some kind of top for it. We'd still have our Ripley tunnel, which is important. Can't get rid of our Ripley tunnel. And the Ripley tunnel will probably still be visible from here. So from the center of the ship, if you look up, I would think it would be cool if we could see the Ripley tunnel still. And look down, and theoretically you could see ores flying up from in the control room as well. So we'll probably keep that glass there and try to create some kind of bevel around the outer edge and have that creep over and down or something. I'm not too sure. We might move this up a bit more too. Doesn't have to be there. It might give us some more room to create a bevel of some kind. If we went like 45s, then I'd want to move the glass up one block. If we went with 30 degree, 60 degree slopes, I would want to probably move it up even more. And then I would maybe want to move the whole thing down. I don't know. It'd probably be okay if a little bit of it's sticking up above the lip of the slab, but we probably don't want it sticking up more than a block or two. Excellent. Good job, Tugger2. You've done good. And well. Your doors suck, though. Oh, I made it. Your doors are awesome. Goodbye, everybody. You have one window that's not painted, Tugger2. Are you aware of that?